Lineup changes for tonight?
Just Corpy and that. That's the only change.
Well, that's about Lane. When he's ready, what does that mean for you as a coach to have an extra forward, maybe to have the bullwhip on some of the players, a little more motivation for them?
Yeah, well, it's just the internal push, right? That's what it's nice to have a body, and I've liked what I've seen from him in practice. He had a couple of weeks where he didn't get on the ice, or he got on the ice but just by himself, and so it's tough and getting acclimated. He had the immigration issues, so he's gotten a few practices now, but he's hungry to get in, I can tell you that, and excited. And I know he's versatile, can play all three positions up front. So we've played well our last two games, I felt, so everybody deserves to stay in. But yeah, it certainly helps.
On that, do you feel like he's physically, if you were to want to play him today, he's physically ready to go? It's just more that you don't want to change the lineup right now?
Yep. Yeah, I could put him in today if I needed to, yeah, for sure.
Brad, we talk about physical play all the time, and it's a physical game, but has it ramped up here since that second period in Toronto, and is that a style you want to see more often throughout here now?
Yeah, well, I think it ramped up in the first period in Toronto. They had us down for 23 hits in the first period. I don't know if that's accurate, but there was physical presence in that first period. And again, I'll even go back to that period. I know we gave up two, but one I think Elvis wants back, and we gave up 4 or 5 scoring chances. We gave up more scoring chances in the second period. Nobody talks about that, and than we did in the first. So, but the physicality, I think it helps us, and I think we know which line that drives that. They do a good job with it with Curl's line. They've been physical, and so I think it's infectious. I think it helps all our guys that come in and do it. It makes us a better team.
To that point, Roslovic threw a couple of big hits the other night. I mean, it seems to be spreading, which is, I guess, what you'd like, right?
Amazing what happens, right?
Yeah.
In a positive way. It's something that you don't chase it. You can't chase it. You start chasing in the game, and then you're in trouble. But if it's there, do it. It slows the other team down. I think it gets you emotionally attached to the game and engaged, and I think that's never a bad thing.
As we get closer to the trade deadline, are you anticipating potentially having any other players that are going to be scratched, maybe just for trade?
Just
purposes?
worried about today. That's it. We know the Gavi situation, and all I'm going to focus on today. We got a game tonight against Winnipeg.
And on that, obviously Bayreuther comes in. Seems like he played pretty well the other night as well. How nice is it to just? It seems like we did a lot of talking about the defensive structure and systems, and maybe slight changes you guys made this year. This deep into the season, does it feel like everybody is for sure on the same page back there now?
Well, I think yes and no. Again, I'll go back to you make changes, but then you look to how many key guys were out, and so you're plugging and playing all year for 40-plus games, and now we're in the 50s, right? So it seems like every time we get a little bit of footing, another guy goes down, in the Gavi situation. So we've missed Z for almost 40 games, right? You don't replace him. Now Gavi goes out, he's our number 2. You don't replace him. So it's plug and play. And so it has to be done by committee. It always has to be done by committee, no matter what your lineup is. But truly now, in every sense of the word, it has to be done by committee and to help each other out. And for 2 games, I think there's been some positive signs, and especially what we gave up against Jersey. They're a fast attacking team. I think we got ourselves out of trouble a few times with some good key block shots. The puck management in the third was getting a little bit touch and go, but we got out of it. And you don't want to hurt yourselves in all these circumstances, especially against these high end teams, and playing another one again tonight. And to me, they're a bigger body team. They still have the speed and the skill, but they're a bigger body. I think Scheifele's got 32 goals. You got Connors, Ehlers, Luke's having a good year. You got it, and they're a big back end, having a real good year. So it's going to be more of a challenge just on the size basis and what they bring.
Brad, do you have more conversations now? Are your conversations with the Armour more frequent because of player status and that type of thing, and the deadline's coming?
No, I think we're always touching base just on lineup and different things, but he's out scouting and doing some different things, so he's busy. He's got a job to do. I got a job to do here.
But it's not like you're talking 2 or 3 times a day or doing updates, that type of thing.
No.
When you play a team like Winnipeg, obviously they've got Mark Scheifele and Pierre-Luc Dubois, their top two centers. You played Toronto twice last week. Well, obviously, Matthews didn't play, but they have him, Tavares with the Devils, with Hughes and Heischer. I mean, how important is, center depth, especially, top 2-6, to win in this league?
Well, what place is Toronto in?
First. Or
And
up there?
Where's Jersey?
First.
Where are these guys? Top 10, top
Yeah.
12. You're going to play Dallas, another team, I think. It's no secret. You need center, you need D, you need goaltending, and you build around it. I'm not revolutionizing the game. I think everybody knows that. So you look at Jersey and what they've done. And they have 2 first overall picks, and we didn't play against Hughes the other night, but he's on pace for a 100-point season. So it's taken him 2-3 years to kind of adjust to the league and get ready, and so you see what he's doing now. So and a lot of times you have to draft those guys. They're not available. Nobody's going, here, you take our Jack Hughes, and that doesn't happen. So you have to have it. You look at the Tampa Bay, so what's their 1 and 2, right? The Braden points. You can go through the list, the top teams. So when you ask if it's important, it's very important.
Just wondering, I mean, this is something I think that you probably have been tracking since training camp, but when you look at your roster, are you on a daily basis making assessments on guys as far as trying to look for the future this team is building? You look at him and say, is this a guy that we can see here when we're good? I mean,
Sure.
is that something that you guys do? How regular do you guys do that?
So I started that process last year when I got the job, and we knew the situation we're in, and I'll kind of give you, it's a small snapshot, and what the way I look at it, it's the number's 28 for me, and that 28 represents, can this guy plug in for 4 rounds of 7 games? And so what does he bring? And everybody's going to be different. So if you had to go 7-7-7-7, is he going to be a guy that you can rely on, can trust, that he's going to be competitive, that he's going to? So that's how I've assessed everybody since last year, and I think that's really the only way you can assess them. And there's regular season, and then there's what you really want to be playing for. And the exciting games. Ask our fans when we played Tampa and Boston which hockey they preferred. Right, that's where we want to be. So the situation we're in is we had a reset here last year. We added Johnny. You don't get Tex back. You lose Bjorkstrand because of some circumstances with salary cap and different things. So you lose a top 6 and a top 9 guy that you wanted to add. So we're growing and we're building, but there's that patience. We have guys, the Marchenkos, the Kent Johnsons. We got the Urseks in the minors. I saw an article the other day where one of the top 5 or top 3 prospect pools in the league. Well, but it takes time. It takes time. And as coaches, you look back on the Victor Hedmans and you look at, those top guys, how long it took them to get their footing. And you talk about center, you talk about D. Those positions are so important for that reason alone, is that it takes time to feel comfortable, to be mature enough to take on the minutes to play against the position or the opposition that you're going to have to play against in the most crucial times. So it's 28. That's the number. That's what you look at, and you go, can he do it? And there's different categories with every player. You look at a young guy like Ken Johnson. He's a prospect. There's a ton of potential. Could he be a blue chip guy? Sure. Does he get to that? We'll see. The Marchenkos, all those guys that I mentioned, and the prospect pool that's coming. So those are the things that you think about, and is it daily? Maybe not daily, but you're always assessing, and that's the mindset for me in looking at and evaluating players, is the big picture of playoffs, not just this game, but moving forward in this process of building a championship team.